Ally PLM.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Ally PLM LunchBytes. My name is Chris Mers, and I'm an application engineer with Ally PLM Solutions. Today we are going to be looking at the new built-in data management in Solid Edge ST9. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below or contact us directly, and we'll be happy to help you in any way that we can. So here's what we'll be covering today. I'm going to start off with discussing data management in general, what the previous options for data management were with Solid Edge, and then the benefits to the new built-in data management. Then we'll dive into the capabilities of the built-in data management as I show both the setup and use of the different features. So what is data management, or PDM as you may hear it called? Well, PDM stands for Product Data Management, and in the context of CAD is a term used to define a software solution that captures and manages your files. These systems allow for successful control of your CAD data. The complexity of the data management system can vary widely based on the needs of a company, but often the reasons for implementing a data management solution are the same. The points I mention are by no means exhaustive of the many reasons a data management solution is needed, but we typically find customers' reasons to fit into these three categories. The first being, you want to maintain file uniqueness and manage file properties. Secondly, you need to properly store files in a controlled vault. And third, file links need to be preserved, so searching and using the data is efficient and easy. These three categories and reasons to implement data management stem from the biggest issues our customers face in an unmanaged environment. The first being that file naming conventions are not clearly established or not used properly by all users. A data management solution provides a mechanism to check that the files the users create have the proper conventions for file name and other properties, thus eliminating duplicate files and many other headaches in managing the property information of your data. The second common issue in unmanaged systems is improper file storage. In an unmanaged system, your ability to effectively manage your vault of data is only as good as the user's consistency in following the established procedures. Product data management allows us to specify file locations for our file vaults and ensure that data is not accidentally misplaced. The third set of problems we often find in unmanaged environments are broken links between files. This often occurs due to the file storage not being properly maintained. Broken links in our files cause users to lose valuable time in slowly searching different drives in the hopes of finding the missing link. As you can see, and unfortunately I am sure many of you have experienced, working without some sort of data management solution, no matter how strict your design procedures, can create many issues and headaches. While PDM, or Product Data Management, is critical to maintain control over your data, the extension with Product Lifecycle Management, PLM, works to efficiently guide the data through the design process. What this means is automating the file management and providing tools for revising and releasing your files. With Lifecycle Management, document status and revisions are easily controlled and maintained. So let's talk briefly about the Product Data Management and Lifecycle Management options that have been available in the past for Solid Edge. The three Siemens-supported and integrated solutions are Solid Edge Insight, Solid Edge SP, and Teamcenter. Each of these three solutions has its strengths and drawbacks, but the underlying workings are some form of a database that needs to be set up, configured, and maintained. Now, depending on your company's size, processes, and budget, one of these options still may be the best solution for you. In fact, built-in data management was designed as a first-step introduction to data management, with smaller companies in mind. As your companies grow and develop, looking into a more robust PDM and PLM solution, such as these three integrated ones, is highly recommended. And we here at Ally would be more than happy to help facilitate a look into the possible data management solutions for your company. As I mentioned, the new built-in data management with Solid Edge ST9 was designed with smaller companies in mind, specifically somewhere in the range from 1 to about 10 users. However, this by no means would limit your company, if any larger, from taking advantage of this solution and its features. The goal of the built-in data management is to help companies take their first step into PDM and PLM, so that you can see the benefits that effectively controlling your data gives to the organization, by reducing file issues that waste time and cause headaches. So the question I am sure everyone has is, why is Solid Edge built-in data management a great solution? First and foremost, it is economical. It is hard to beat the price of something that is already included with your seats of Solid Edge. Second, it is easy to set up as it requires no external databases or IT support. In fact, after watching this video, you should have little issues setting up and reaping the rewards immediately. As always though, if you do require assistance, we'd be more than happy to help. The third benefit is that built-in data management can be used in connection with the cloud-based file storage. This means no matter where they are, as long as your users are connected to the internet, they will have no issues working and collaborating. Finally, it is a comprehensive and fully integrated PDM and PLM solution that will increase search and work performance for all of your Solid Edge users. At the end of the business day, it always comes down to the numbers. And at no additional cost, we see no reason why the over 50% of Solid Edge customers that have less than 10 users and no current data management solution shouldn't start cashing in on the rewards of this new tool. What we are going to look at today is both the implementation and the use of the Solid Edge built-in data management. I will start with explaining and showing the different components that go into preparing and setting up the features. Then we will dive into the user interface and how to use the data management tools directly within Solid Edge and Design Manager. The implementation tools include data prep, connection to the cloud, setting up fast search, part uniqueness protection, and the lifecycle management. We will then look into how all of these tools are utilized either directly within the Solid Edge application with the new Data Management tab, or Design Manager. Unfortunately, most of us do not have the luxury of starting from scratch when it comes to our data, and therefore we need to prepare our existing data in order to move it into our controlled environment. To do this, Solid Edge has a built-in data preparation utility. The Data Prep tool analyzes Solid Edge files in a specified directory to look for broken links and duplicate file names. The utility generates a user-friendly spreadsheet where any issues can be corrected and then saved back into the file properties. So let's go ahead and take a look. The Data Prep utility is automatically installed with Solid Edge, so we want to run the tool from a machine that has Solid Edge already installed and has read-write access to the storage location of our CAD files. The utility is run from the Windows Start menu and is found underneath the Solid Edge ST9 folder. As you can see, the Data Prep tool can be used for more than just the new built-in data management. For built-in data management, we want to go ahead and select the Unmanaged or Inside option. We then set the working folder to a location where our reports and logs for the data cleanup can be sent to. Next, we then select the files and folders that contain all of our CAD data. In this case, it's a CAD data folder underneath the Ally PLM engineering drive. Once we have selected all of the locations for our data, we will generate an import list, which runs the data integrity check. After the check is complete, a dialog box will appear telling us the number of broken links found for the files, which happens to be 90 for my data. The broken links file is generated in an XML format, which is best viewed in Excel. However, since we are going to be performing the full property analysis, we will look at the broken links through the property list spreadsheet, which we will now generate. To generate the property list, we move to the View Properties tab and click Analyze. Depending on the number of files, this process can take quite a bit of time, as it compiles all of the property information from the CAD files. This is the opportune time to grab a cup of coffee and check some of your emails before getting back to data prep. I want to make sure I mention that setting up the built-in data management should be done when all users are offline, so that we can ensure the data is properly prepared and transitioned to the managed environment. Once the data analysis concludes, a property spreadsheet is generated, which details all of the file properties and broken links. To make the necessary changes, we simply need to fill out the appropriate cells in the spreadsheet. So let's start with identifying our duplicates. The duplicate macro is found underneath the SC Final Check tab. The duplicate macro lets us know the number of duplicate file names and document numbers within our data, and then highlights those cells for us. Some of the duplicate file names and document numbers, as you can see, can be ignored. In this case, the duplicate document number for ZX-00017 occurs because of multiple revisions. This is typically acceptable. Moving farther, we see a red highlighted cell, which means duplicate file name. We do not want duplicate file names in our data, so we want to go ahead and change the name of these files. It appears that whoever saved these files last removed or never entered the prefix for the project ZX. So we want to go ahead and copy both the path and the file name to our new path and file name locations, and then add the appropriate prefix. Once we have corrected the file name, we want to go ahead and correct the document numbers as well to include the project prefix. Now once the modifies property command is later run, a copy of the original file with our new file name will be created in the same location. Therefore, we want to remove the original file with the incorrect file names. To do so, we could come back into the spreadsheet and mark the delete columns with X's, and then go to the SE Data Prep and delete the marked files. Our other option is to simply delete these old files directly from their location within our drive. As we scroll to the right of our file, we see all of the properties with no values are marked with dashes. When running the modify properties command, these dashes will be imported into that property. In order to remove the dashes, we can do a control find and replace all of the dashes with blanks. Make sure that the box for match entire cell contents is checked, otherwise any dashes inside of your file names would be corrected as well. Directly within this spreadsheet is the opportune time to correct any property issues that you may have. Property issues often result from files being copied and the properties left unchanged. As we move into a managed environment, starting with clean data with all of our properties correct is essential. In addition, you can also add any custom properties that you want to use moving forward here, such as job number or any other properties that you would like. Scrolling through the rest of our data, we see that the only remaining highlighted cells are those which were the matches to the files that we just corrected, and therefore we can ignore those as well. Next, let's go ahead and move to the Broken Links tab. This sheet details the parent file that contains the missing links, which linked files are missing, their broken path, and then, if a file with a matching name is found in our data searched, it'll suggest that alternate file for us. It appears for most of our files, at some point they were moved using most likely a cut and paste inside of Windows Explorer, and therefore the link's broken. To use the alternate files, all we need to do is copy the file path and file name for the suggested replacements, and then move those into the missing file replacement path. Now, as we can see, the only remaining missing links are those which appear to be similar to the link names that we just corrected earlier. So, what I want to go ahead and do is copy the replacement path and file name for those new files we created and bring them over here into the Broken Link spreadsheet. If you happen to find broken links for family of parts, please give us a call, as it is more complicated to fix those issues. Now that we have fixed all of our duplicates and link issues, we want to go ahead and save our spreadsheet and move back to the data preparation utility. Now we want to go ahead and move to the Fix Broken Links tab. By hitting Fix Broken Links, the data prep utility will go into our spreadsheet and replace all of the links that were missing with the new links that we inputted. Once this process is complete, we can view our log and see that all of the links were replaced. The next step is to move to the Modify Properties tab. The Modify Properties will edit the file names and the document numbers on the first sheet of the Excel spreadsheet that we edited earlier. After clicking Modify Properties, the data preparation is now complete. We have successfully cleaned our data and are ready to move forward with implementing the built-in data management and getting back to work. So now that all of our CAD data is cleaned up, let's talk about how we want to store our files moving forward. Certainly, we could continue as we previously have, and most companies do, by dedicating a server location for all of our data. But as your companies expand and people often need to work remotely, moving to a cloud-based storage system may be beneficial. The built-in data management cloud connection allows companies to do just that. Whether it be with Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, or Box, Solid Edge built-in data management has been developed to work seamlessly with all of the major options, providing off-site backups, and just like a standard server, your permissions can be managed, and as a file is being edited by one engineer, it will appear as read-only to everyone else. To set up the file locking mechanism for cloud connection, make sure that the Distributed File Access button is checked on each user's machine underneath the Solid Edge File Management options. This setting is what will create the SE lock file in your cloud storage and notify other users that a file is read-only while being worked on. Moving forward in this video, I will be using a team Dropbox that I have set up to store all of our CAD files. It is quite simple for each user to start using the cloud storage collaboration, and aside from the cloud synced files and locking mechanism, there is very little difference in how the built-in data management behaves whether you decide to use cloud storage or a more traditional server setup. Next, let's take a look at the new fast search capabilities with ST9. One of the benefits of a product data management solution is the ability to quickly and easily search and locate files from the database, whether this be to include parts in an assembly, perform a where used, or simply search a part for any other numerous reasons. Solid Edge built-in data management allows you to do all of those and quickly using the fast search capabilities without the need to set up or maintain a database. The power behind the Solid Edge fast search is Windows file indexing, which allows your files to be indexed for quick processing directly within the Windows Explorer interface. The setup of the fast search works differently for a local or cloud-based file storage versus a server location. So let's take a look first at setting up the fast search on the local machine, in this case for my Dropbox files. As I mentioned, the power of Solid Edge fast search comes from the Windows file indexing. So to set up the fast search for my local copy of the Dropbox, I want to set my Solid Edge fast search property settings to my local machine. Therefore, I want to go ahead and check the box where I keep most of my files on the local machine. And then, next, let's go ahead and click our Set Locations. This is where we will tell Windows which locations our CAD data is stored in. As you can see, I already have my Dropbox location inserted. If I had additional locations where other files were stored, I could add those here using the Modify. Now, once my locations are specified, I want to click Index My Files, which will add all of the Solid Edge files within my specified locations to the local Windows search index. Once you have indexed a location, it will automatically index any new files that we add. However, if you add any new custom properties, as you can see here with the same Solid Edge options window, you will need to re-index your files by coming in here and clicking Index My Files. Now let's go ahead and log on to our server as an admin to begin the fast search setup for our server location. Once we are logged onto our server, we want to access the Solid Edge ST9 DVD. Inside of the DVD is a folder for fast search and a utility called setup. All we need to do then is step through this utility to install. Once this utility is installed, it works exactly as the local machine does. We simply need to set our locations, in this case, my Ally PLM engineering drive, and then index the files. Once this is set up on the server, each local machine simply needs to come into their Solid Edge Fast Search property settings and check the box for I work with others and we keep our files in a shared network drive. I will show you later when we discuss using the built-in data management how you can tell if a folder is set up for fast search. But one of the benefits to fast search is the ability to quickly and easily filter your files based on mnemonics, such as SEREV for Solid Edge revision number or SEDoc number for Solid Edge document number. To do so, all we need to do is access our CAD data and insert the mnemonic SEREV:B. Quickly and easily, all files contained within the folder with the specified revision B are returned. So now that our files have been prepped and ready for fast search, next let's look at how we can ensure our files are unique moving forward. This can be accomplished with the built-in data management by enforcing unique document numbers and using the custom number generator utility. The Enforce Unique Document Number setting is found under the File Management tab of the Solid Edge options and needs to be set on each user's machine. As with all of these built-in document management settings, a Solid Edge admin file could be created to control the user's settings, or, using the New Settings and Preferences wizard, one user's settings, once configured properly, can be exported to other users. Once the Enforce Unique Document Numbers is checked, the file name, which is generated based on the document number, is checked against all other indexed files. The next step in ensuring that each file has a unique document number without simply guessing and checking is to use the Solid Edge Custom Document Number Generator. This utility is found under the Custom folder of the Solid Edge program files. The executable should be pinned to each user's taskbar and the INI file configured to point to a common DAP file. The common DAP file is what tracks the numbers already used to ensure a unique number is generated each time. So let's take a look at configuring the INI file on a user's machine to point to a common DAP file in our Dropbox. The first thing to do is access our Solid Edge program files, which are found under our C drive. Inside of the custom folder is a folder for our number generator. What we would want to copy is our number generator DAT file, our number generator executable, our manifest, and our INI file, and move all of those to our Dropbox. I want to go ahead and create a folder here for my number generator files. Now, what we want to ensure is that our INI file points to the correct location. As you can see, the path currently is specified as C users Dropbox Ally PLM. Since this is a common Dropbox and not each user will have the same, I want to change my path to point to the directory above. All of my files moving forward, I have specified to use the prefix Ally in front of the document number. By leaving this blank, we could have no prefix, or you could create a prefix of your own. Once our INI file is saved, we want to go ahead and edit our DAT file to create our starting point for our document numbers. In this case, I'm going to use the standard number that is already entered. Finally, what we need to do is the number generator executable should be pinned to the taskbar of each user. Then, whenever a new document number is needed, we simply need to click on the number generator utility and generate a new document number. So let's go ahead and give this a test. I want to go ahead and create a new part inside of Solid Edge. For our purposes, I'm going to use just a nice simple box because what I'm trying to show is how our enforce unique document number settings and our document number utility can be used to ensure part uniqueness. So as I save this setting, as you can see, the only way to enter a file name is to enter a document number. Now, if I try to enter a document number that matches a previous file I already have saved, I will get an error message that tells me the file cannot be saved because the document number is already in use. My next step then is to launch my part number generator and to create a new document number. As you can see here, creating the next document number in line will ensure that I have a unique number and my file will save properly. The last portion of the built-in data management to set up is the Lifecycle Management or PLM component. Lifecycle Management is what guides the design process from creation through revisions and finally release. These processes can be accomplished either from within the Solid Edge application or using the Design Manager tool for quick and easy operation with multiple files. To set up the lifecycle management, we need to create specific folders for each status in our workflow, and then specify those in the Solid Edge file locations. Finally, under the File Management options, we would choose to have the files automatically moved by status changes, and for attached drawings to automatically be revised with their parts. Once this is complete, we are now ready to start using all of the features of the Solid Edge built-in data management. So, we want to go ahead and access our Solid Edge file locations. As you can see, underneath the Managed section, there are spots for pre-released, released, and obsolete file locations. By double-clicking, I can select a location for each of those categories. As you can see, in my Dropbox, I have already created folders for In Progress, Obsolete, and Released. So I want to go ahead and specify those three now. Once my locations have been specified, I want to move to the File Management tab and make sure that the Use Document Number and Revision ID for naming rules along with the Enforce Unique Document Numbers is checked. In addition, I want to make sure that Automatically Revise Drawings that use the selected 3D document is checked as well. Now, once applying all of these settings, our Product Lifecycle Management setup is complete. And as simple as that, our built-in data management is ready to be used. So as I mentioned earlier, there are two ways in which we can use the built-in data management tools. The first being directly from the Solid Edge application with the new built-in data management tab that houses all of the features of the built-in data management. From this tab, we can perform a where use search for a component, save a copy or revise the part, check the item in and out to control when other users can make changes, and edit any links to other files. Also, we can view and edit the different properties or launch the file inside of View and Markup or Design Manager. Now let's have a look at performing these different operations inside of Solid Edge. We have been given a specific project to make a change to one of the gears in our juicer assembly. So the first thing we want to do is search for the part that we need to edit. Using the search command inside of the Solid Edge open file, we can use our document number to search quickly for our part. As you can see, we can specify also the folders to look in. In this case, I have already specified my In Progress, my Obsolete, and my Released files, all of which appear as green. A green folder means that it is indexed and available for fast searching. If the folder here were red, that would mean that it is not indexed for fast searching. So searching by my document number, I can easily find my part, and double-click to open it inside of Solid Edge. Now, as you can see, once the file opens, the read-only assistant pops up, letting me know that this document has already been released. Therefore, I would need to make a revision or save a copy in order to edit the geometry. both of which options are available to me right here. The Save As option will allow me to specify a new document number and copy the geometry into that part. Moving to the Data Management tab, you will see that I also have the same options for Save As and Revise. However, before performing either of these operations, I want to run a where used to figure out what all assemblies editing this part might affect. As you can see, I am running a where used currently on only my released files. I want to go ahead and add the upper level folder as well to include any assemblies that may or may not be released. Hitting next returns my where used results. And as you can see, the document is used inside of a ZX009 assembly. Therefore, on the Data Management tab, I want to go ahead and revise this part. Automatically, the next revision level is created and the document is saved into the In Progress folder. Now that we have our revised part, let's go ahead and check it out to ourselves so that no other user can edit this part. As you can see, the status here updates to say checked out to me. You can update the status info on any part by clicking the Update Status Info. Now, let's say we were done editing our part, we make sure to check it back in so it now becomes available to other users. Also from the Data Management tab, we can view the file properties of our part. And as you can see, going through, we can list the subject, a category, a project title, or change our status. Once this revision is ready to be released, we can come in here and choose to release it. This can also be accomplished through the Property Manager as well, which details all of the properties of the part in a spreadsheet type format. Our second option for using the tools of the Solid Edge built-in data management is the Design Manager application. Design Manager is the redesign of the previous Solid Edge Revision Manager. Everything that you could once do in the old Revision Manager is still possible in Design Manager, but hopefully more clear and concise. In addition, directly from within the file structure, we can now perform our where used, edit the file properties, save a copy or move multiple files at once, and even revise and release our files. Finally, a slick new command labeled Pack and Go has been added, which allows a copy of an entire assembly with all of the associated parts and drafts to be saved to a new location or zip file that is ready to be sent to customers or tech support. This command is also available for assemblies within the Solid Edge application. So let's go ahead and look at Design Manager and see how it integrates the built-in data management functions. As I mentioned before, Design Manager is available to be launched from within the Solid Edge application, or is found under the Windows Start menu in Solid Edge ST9 folder. Once launching Design Manager, we use the Open tool to browse to our master mover assembly that we will be working with today. In this instance, I want to go ahead and use my mnemonic for SE doc number to find my master mover assembly. Once the master mover assembly, you can see the structured view inside of the spreadsheet of Design Manager. We have our top level assembly, which happens to be released, and all of our sub-assemblies which are available. Now from Design Manager, we have the ability to preview our files and view the property information. We can expand all to list subsequent structure below our first level. We could copy information from one cell to another cell, find and replace, save as, revise, move, rename, replace, and perform our where used. So first, let's perform a where used on one of our components. Once again, I want to go ahead and add our top level folder to see what all assemblies this product is found in. Now, once the where used processes, it'll list the information below. As you can see, for this part, there are no additional where used besides the top level assembly and subassembly. In order to revise our top-level assembly, I simply highlight the top level and click Revise. An inner-part link document will appear asking me if I want to revise all of my linked documents or update my links to the new document. In this instance, I simply want to update the links to the new document. Now, the new file name along with the new revision number and the new location already specified to the in progress folder that we created. Now, in order to perform actions, all you have to do is click Perform Action. Now, let's say that we didn't want to revise this part, but we wanted to save a new copy. I can clear my action, and I can come in and highlight the top level and hit Save As. Once again, I want to update the links to my new document. Now, I can specify a new document number to generate a new file name. Once again, I want to use my part number generator to get the latest and greatest document number. Now, if I hit Perform Actions, the new document and parts are saved. Now let's say this assembly needs to be sent off to tech support for some type of analysis. I can highlight all of my documents using Ctrl-A and use the Pack and Go command. The Pack and Go command will allow me to copy all files to a single folder or maintain the folder structure. I can choose to either include drawings or simulation results if they exist, and to save to a specific folder or save to a zip file. So let's choose to save to a zip file in my documents, where I can then send that to the tech support. The Pack and Go command will complete, telling me that all documents were copied to the specified folder. So let's review everything that we covered. The Solid Edge built-in data management, new with ST9, is a great basic PDM and PLM solution that works directly within Solid Edge. Designed specifically with smaller companies in mind, it is quick and easy to set up as I have shown, and at no added cost, there is no reason to wait on reaping the benefits of managing your company's CAD data properly. The key features and steps to setting up the built-in data management are preparing your data, seamless connection to the cloud storage, fast search capabilities that require no database, and lifecycle management that allows for easy movement of your data through the design process from revise and release. Finally, all of these built-in data management tools are available to your users directly from within the Solid Edge application or through Design Manager, where the file properties and data are viewed in a structured table. If you have Solid Edge and no current data management solution, I highly recommend that you give the built-in data management a look, as many of the headaches you currently have with managing data can be eliminated. As always, if you have questions about the video or would like Ally's assistance in setting up and learning more about built-in data management, please reach out to us and we would be happy to assist in any way we can. Both my contact information and our technical support line info are provided, and we look forward to partnering with you in order to move your design process to the next level with Solid Edge built-in data management. Have a great day.
Ally PLM.